Trisha Paytas has given birth to her third child with Moses, and everyone has been anxiously awaiting for the name reveal. We all know that we can expect something a bit different when it comes to Trisha, but when she revealed that her son's name was Aquaman, the internet definitely had some mixed reactions. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Who would have ever thought a baby name would cause so much drama? But when fans heard that Trisha and Moses chose the name Aquaman for their son, there was quite a bit of backlash. I think we all knew that Trisha and Moses wouldn't be picking your typical Chris, Connor, Ryan type of name. It was always going to be something slightly shocking. I can remember when Trisha had Malibu and everyone thought that Malibu Barbie was the most outrageous name ever and said that she would have a hard time in school and getting a job in the future. But now looking at it, Malibu actually feels quite normal and is actually really cute. They named their second daughter Elvis, which was also pretty controversial, but people quickly got over it and now it also feels pretty normal. We also have to remember Trisha lives in LA, and I feel like the more unique names are very common out there compared to if they lived in places like Ohio or Utah or something like that. For a few weeks now, people have been trying to guess this name. The names of her last two babies have been names that correlate with a movie poster, and Trisha has talked on her podcast about wanting to follow that trend. I know one name that was brought up as a possibility was Ponyo, and dare I say, I think that's actually a really cute name. The movie poster also has water in it, and Moses loves water, so I felt like that one had a really good chance of being her son's name. You have to remember, you aren't just naming babies. These are humans that are going to grow up and become adults and have to find a job and go through school and be out in the real world. And yes, you can always change your name, but it's still a good idea to keep the future in mind. Trisha announced her baby's name on Just Trish, and let's just say I was not expecting the words Aquaman to come out of her mouth, and at this very moment, I honestly thought she was back to her trolling ways for a second.
Weird. So if you've known me for any amount of time, and it's also Moses because he had this in his water museum, you know? Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, it is Aquaman!
It is?
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the... There it is!
Oh my god!
Yay! Baby Aquaman, and then I have my little Aquaman in here too. Where is he? Oh, yeah.
That is so cute!
So it was, yeah, this was in Moses' water museum when I met him. And he had the little Aquaman everything. And I was like, wait, this is like so perfect.
Oh my god.
And I have noticed the Just Trish fans have been pretty supportive of the name choice, even if they don't fully understand it. Like, we had one person that wrote, I know Trish has some pretty wild names, but Aquaman shocked me. I was not prepared for Aquaman, but slay diva. I really didn't think it was going to be Aquaman. But the reactions over on TikTok weren't as supportive of Aquaman.
And it was ocean themed. And she just revealed the name, and it's Aquaman.
What?
Aquaman.
That's the kid's name.
Yeah.
Who the hell's this?
Trisha Paytas.
Who's that?
Trisha Paytas, an icon.
No, she's not an icon. She's got brain damage.
One of her daughter's names is Malibu Barbie.
Well,
Aquaman. Aquaman.
The name of the baby is Aquaman. I'm dead serious, 100%. Aquaman what? I didn't see the middle name. Look it up. It's literally on her TikTok. It's Aquaman. Yeah. I literally can't breathe.
Then there was this one video that really put things into perspective for us. It said, is Aquaman in class today? Aquaman Paytas, your prescription is ready. A reservation for Aquaman, please. I'm in love with you, Aquaman. Like, when you actually say it and you hear yourself saying it, it is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. I hate to knock something that's such a special moment, but come on. Where do we draw the line? When does it stop being different and unique and cross the line into being a clear grab for attention and chasing a shock factor to get everyone talking? That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree. You can think it's wrong to say, but I feel like the only ones who are like, oh my god, slay queen living, are just massive Trish fans and feel like she can do no wrong ever. I don't know. Do you guys think that's too harsh? Am I alone in feeling like this? I feel like I'm not, because there's now a conspiracy going around that Trisha publicly gives her kids shocking names, but legally names them something more normal for their privacy. One person wrote, Hot take, she's coming up with fake names to protect her children's identities, and all of the personalized and stuff is just for the camera. And I love that theory. Influencer children already have so much of their lives put on display before they're old enough to even make an informed decision on whether or not they want their entire childhood on the internet. So how nice would it be to know legally they could have a completely different identity, especially when it comes to them going to school and knowing their parents are so public online. I really love that idea, but Trisha has since come out to deny that theory.
If you want to go by Aqua, that's fine, but for now, it's Aqua.
Yeah.
Because we pick the baby names as parents, and someone is like, I think somebody just like say these bizarre names to like, you know, hide their identities. We'll check the birth certificate and there's Aquaman on there. Even when she called me to like verify, she's like, okay, I just want to verify that the first name is Aquaman. I was like, yes, it's Aquaman. Can you spell it? Because in the hospitals they had Agua in there, and then they had just Aqua. And the little like baby card, I was like, can you put man in there because that's not his name, Aqua. People love to call him Baby Aqua, but I think Baby Aquaman is cute.
And even though it seems like a lot of people aren't a fan or maybe just don't understand the choices that were made here, the streaming services are loving it. HBO had a whole billboard put up with Aquaman and then had Trisha's name. The streaming services have been posting TikToks about it. I mean, Trisha is getting attention. But as the days have gone on, I've been seeing more and more people think the name is ridiculous. We had comments like, Aquaman, Trish. Normalize normal names. Attendance is about to be wild. Trisha did end up posting a TikTok talking about her decision to name her baby Aquaman and tried to explain her reasonings for the name.
Let's talk about the name Baby Aquaman because the internet is very, very divisive on it. I was actually kind of surprised, to be honest, how many people disliked the name and like strongly disliked the name. I knew it was going to be a little polarizing and a little bit different, but never the reaction that came about from it.
Come on, like, is it really that shocking? Like, I'm so sorry, but she had to know not liking the name wasn't going to be the unpopular opinion here. Trisha tried to explain the reason she had, which included her being drawn to Aquaman, the character, back in 2017 and having a whole Aquaman era, and how Moses loves water and identifies as water.
Had a little Aquaman phase back in 2017, 2018. I went to a bunch of Comic-Cons to meet Jason Momoa at a time when I felt really low in life. I went from 2017 to 2019 going to all these Comic-Cons. I was like, maybe I was going to all these Comic-Cons to feel some sort of dopamine, to feel some sort of rush, because like it was just basically foreshadowing this beautiful baby, my bundle of joy, my Aquaman. Another thing is my husband actually reposted the other day. He posted about 3 years ago his water museum. Now, if you don't know, my husband loves water. He identifies as water, and that's very sincerely, very truthfully.
And I will say, this part is true. Trisha does have a TikTok from back in like 2020 where she talked about Moses leaving water in her car for her and his love for water and called him Aquaman in her caption. So unless she just recently changed the caption to match her baby name, which I really don't think she did, you could look at that as a connection and a reason as to why she picked the name. Trisha then went on to say the people who are saying that he's going to get bullied for his name are projecting.
Now, I don't mean this in a condescending way, but I do feel like it's a little projecting by saying you're setting him up for bullying, because is that what you would do to a human, an adult named Aquaman?
I'll disagree with her there. I don't think they're projecting because they would actually bully someone with a different name. I think most kids that did have different names growing up probably experienced that firsthand and know how it feels, or they've seen their friends or classmates with different names also deal with it. When you're a kid in school, you don't really think about the fact that you can change your name. You don't think about the future like that and the options that you may have down the line. You just think, right now, I'm different from the others and I'm being made fun of for it. It's not right, it doesn't mean it's okay, but kids can be mean. Trisha ended her video by saying that her son can go by any name that he wants to go by.
And finally, Aquaman can go by whatever he wants to go by. I love Aquaman. I love the full name, hence why we gave him the full name Aquaman. But of course, there's nicknames for everyone. Our Malibu Barbie, we call Malibu. Elvis is Elvis, but she can go by Elle. Malibu can go by Mally. Aquaman can go by Aqua. His middle name is also Moses, so he can go by Moses if he would like to. And if one day he wants to change his name, he's welcome to do that as well.
But I don't think this video is really convincing people or changing anyone's mind, because the comments are still pretty much on the side of this was definitely a choice. We had people writing, Aquaman is such a bad name. I'm sorry. You cannot sugarcoat it. Aqua isn't that bad, not gonna lie. But Aquaman? Your kid isn't a pet to name. You've named a grown adult Aquaman. Does she know Aquaman will be an adult one day? I don't know if it was attention that Trisha wanted by giving her son this name, but if it is, that's definitely what she's getting, especially after it was announced that Ozzy Osbourne passed away the day that she announced her son's name. There seems to be this theme where whenever Trisha has a baby, some huge public figure dies, and there's this running joke that her kids are the reincarnation of these celebrities. One person said, her children are the Queen of England, Pope Francis, and Ozzy Osbourne reincarnated. I don't think Trisha loved the whole reincarnation theory at first. I think it kind of bugged her, which I don't blame her. But she seems to be playing into it now, and I mean, it is weird how it keeps happening. As much as I don't love the name Aquaman right now, I wonder if it's going to be like the other names where it kind of grows on you over time and becomes normal. I remember when Kim Kardashian named her daughter North, and that was a huge controversy, but now it feels normal. Same with Stormy. It felt so out there at first, but now it doesn't feel as shocking. I've seen a lot of people say that they think Trisha will end up switching the name to something less Aquaman-y, but I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like she's pretty set in her decision. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.